So I'm Cece, and this is my YouTube channel. This is my second video now. This is just about orientation week at the new school and how move-in day went, and yeah, how school's been so far. Actually, it's my first day, so I'll probably do another video at the end of the week about how the first week of school went, or dorm tour. My dorm is actually very messy right now. Yeah, I'm a very messy person, if you know me. I didn't know what to wear this morning, so I kind of just, threw it all on my bed. So move-in day. So my move-in day was Monday, and my roommate and I were the last ones to move in our suite. There are 3 rooms total, so 3 bedrooms. Each has 2 people, so it adds up to 6, if you can't do math. And then we have like the common area, which is the kitchen, and then it has like a little table. It's like, fits like 2 people, but there's 6 of us. That's okay. And we have the 2 bathrooms, so we have a full bath and a half bath. There actually haven't been any like shower issues. If you want to take a shower, usually you can. There's no one else in it. I was really worried I wouldn't get along with my roommate, but I mean, even since I started texting her, when I found out she was my roommate, she seemed super cool, and then I met her and she was even better, and we're already like so close. I always say like, oh, you don't need to become best friends with your roommate. Like, that's true, because you see them all the time, but her and I just kind of understand each other really well. If we're out together and I'm like tired and it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, okay, Maggie, like, we need to go back. She's like, okay, like, I understand. We're not the complete same person, we have a lot of differences. We don't clash, because if I, met someone exactly like me, we'd probably clash, because, I don't know, I'm a pretty difficult person sometimes. Okay, so move-in day, for Monday it was 7:30 a.m. when they started checking people in. So the students go to the back of the school and you sign in. They make sure that you did all the online stuff you're supposed to. While they're signing in, getting their card, their ID card, the parents are waiting in line for the elevators, because there are only 2 small elevators. Everyone's moving in at the same time. Then I found out my roommate was like, hey, like, we're on the first floor. So she came, she helped me. So I did all up the stairs with my aunt. So all my suite mates moved in Sunday, and then my roommate and I, Maggie, we moved in Monday. So it was a little bit easier because everyone had already like moved in, more space to get in and out, rather than if we were all moving in on the same day. And when I first came in, I did not know what to do with it. I was actually very disappointed. We walked up here and she showed me, and I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do with this? This is a mess. This is horrible. Like, how are we gonna set this up? We pictured the window to be at the short end of the room, but instead ours is on the long end of the room. It's right here. So we walked in and there was a window, and then there was one bed up this way, and then there's one bed this way. It was a mess. It was such a mess. And I walk in and I'm like, oh my god, this is so sad. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this now. So my mom, my aunt, and I, we just moved everything around. It was like a puzzle because it's so tiny. It's New York, so it's not actually too bad. And I think we have the biggest room out of us 3, because there's our economy and then ours is standard double. I'm actually happy with it. I like that we have the big window because we don't have much light to begin with. The only light actually is that light right there, and it does not help at all. So we have like the string lights around the window. We actually got a free lamp from one of the security guards. I was passing him when he was carrying that and another lamp. I was like, free lamps? Like, where'd you get those? He was like, oh, like someone moving out didn't want them anymore and they gave them to me. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna give one to my mom, keep the other. And I was like, oh, like, lucky, like, the lighting in our dorm sucks. Then he ended up coming back and giving it to us because he's like, oh, my mom doesn't want it, actually, like, you can have it. It helps a lot. I'll show you that in my dorm tour. So now we have the 2 beds facing the window. Each bed had 4 drawers under it, so 2 stacks of 2, and they're about, like, well, you can see right there. And so we took out 2 from under her bed and 2 from under my bed and stacked it into a nightstand, and then we raised the beds all the way. You can see the bed is really high, like it's higher than my elbow, so I have to like climb up. Like, there's a ladder right here, like on the side of the bed. So I packed everything into 4 suitcases, all my clothes, my shoes, and then essential, and then I sent up whatever I didn't need right away, and they hold it for you in the mailroom, or I had it shipped. After the first few days, we were really busy, so we didn't really get to unpack much. I just kind of took everything out of my suitcase, put it in the storage under my bed. I have 4 big bins, and I just stack them. I can actually fit more. So if you move into a dorm, like, I highly suggest getting bins. Just keep clothes, especially if you're in somewhere like New York where you actually have seasons, compared to Florida where it's all one season. Maybe you have like one thick jacket for like traveling, or that one day where you wake up and it's suddenly really cold in Florida, which never happens. And so, now I have seasons, so I'm gonna have to try and fit all my stuff. I'll do a dorm tour though and talk about how to store all your clothes if you're like me and you have much more clothes than you need. I actually thought I would have less storage than I do, so I'm gonna have to have my mom set up even more clothes because I could fit so much more than I brought up. So orientation week, so in Florida, I know that they have it for like a day or two maybe, and it's like during the summer, like before you move in and all that stuff, and then maybe a day after you move in, you start classes right away. Well, in New York, at least in new school, you move in the week before classes start. I think it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday are move-in days, and then you have Monday through Sunday are orientation week, but it's just like the 5 days are the required thing. I love my school, but it was a mess. It was such a mess. Even like the professors that leading all the orientation stuff were like, yeah, if you don't go, it's whatever, because you only checked into like one, and it was the only one I didn't go to. My friend sent me like the tiny URL link. It was like, hey, like sign into this. Shout out to Sarah, my new friend from Naples, Florida. Anyways, they're just like hour-long lectures in the auditorium at the University Center, which is like the main building for new school. And then later in the week, I think it started Thursday and Friday, you would split off into like your categories. So the new school is like an umbrella, if you don't understand. I haven't explained it much to people because it's confusing. I just say I go to Parsons because I do, but my roommate's from Lang, so that gets confusing. So you have the new school, it's like the umbrella, and then you have Manus, which is for music, I think, and then Lang, which is like language arts, and then you have Parsons School of Design, which is where I go, and then you have School of Jazz, School of Drama. I don't know if that's all of them, but I kind of get the idea. So my roommate's from Lang, and everyone else in my suite is from Lang except for one other girl. She's in Parsons as well. All my classes aren't just in Parsons. I have a few in the University Center. Same with all the other kids there are from different schools, but we all have like the same orientation week for the first like 3 days. We go to the same ones, and then after that you break off into like your actual school. So I met some Parsons kids, and then we had a workshop. I posted about it on my Instagram, but I had this fashion photography workshop that I got signed up for. It was mandatory to pick a workshop, and that's the one I chose because I was like, you know, it's like right up my alley, you know, this is what I want to do. And I did it. It was really cool because the professor for that workshop was actually a fashion photographer. He brought in a model and like told us a bunch of tips and about shooting at the runway, and I made a few friends there. There was actually like 4 people from Florida there, like 3 from Miami and like 2 from other, I can't add, I just said 4 and then I said 3 and 2, so I guess 5. I don't know. And I have this other friend, Sarah. I've been hanging out with her a lot because, well, she's from Florida, she's from Naples, Florida, so like she understands. Someone called the weather hot today, and they're like, oh, it's so humid. I was like, humid for you, but I was living, like, it was nice out. I've had worse. So the only people I've met from Florida, just Miami and Naples, where she's from, and then other little places that I literally don't even know where that is. None from Orlando. None. So if you're from Florida, you know where Orlando is, and you've probably been. And most people here have been to Disney World. They're like, oh, like, where's Orlando? If they don't know, I'm like, you've been to Disney World? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, then you've been to Orlando. Like, I live like 20 minutes from Disney. So that's how orientation week went. It was long, but I got through it, and it was actually very easy to make a lot of friends. Because everyone's in the same boat, you know, they always say that and you don't realize it till you're there. And someone finally stands up and says, anyone else kind of scared of making friends? And everyone's like, oh my god, like, same, like, we're all kind of in the same boat. We don't know anyone else. It just kind of works out, and, you know, you find your people, and I met these 3 girls from New Jersey. Like, they understand New York already, so that was kind of nice. So I don't have to, like, worry about where I'm going when we're on the subway. I just follow them, rather than all the other friends I've made where I have to show them, and so I don't mind. Like, I like, you know, being the one to take the lead and show everyone around and such, and, like, I've been, like, their personal tour guide to my roommate and my other friend who's pretty much a roommate because she's always in here, Natalie, also from California. She's super cool. Yeah, so that was it. For anyone who is thinking about going to Parsons, I already highly recommend it. Even though school in general is a great school. It's so great. Even my first day of classes, I was like, wow, this is where I'm supposed to be. I've never felt more at place or happier. Like, even the first day, I remember I laid in bed after it all at like 3 a.m. I was like, oh my god, this is where I'm meant to be. Florida was not for me, and it was just a stage of my life that I had to go through, and now I'm finally in New York. And if you know me, you know that I've wanted to go to New York forever. It's just where I feel at home now. I miss my family, my friends and all, but I feel like everyone's kind of moved on with their life. I mean, I'm sure like I'd love to visit them, and I, FaceTime my friends every once in a while, and my sisters and my mom. I highly recommend this school and Sty Hall. I haven't been to any of the other dorms, but Sty Hall is great. I really like it. We're apparently known for cockroaches. No, we're known for rats and mice, but we've only found cockroaches here. But that's New York, And from Florida, like, we had cockroaches there too, so it's not really a surprise. Yeah, so that's my orientation week. If you have any questions about it, text me or write down below. And like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, that's all. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching my YouTube video. Till next time.